Grossing over $785 million worldwide, Deadpool 2 not only became the highest grossing R-rated film of all time, but also the highest grossing X-Men film of all time, which makes being pretty much the only X-Men movie that features the least amount of X-Men in it kind of ironic. Although we did get to see at least one shot with some real X-Men in it, however, technically Deadpool wasn't actually... Completing 655 VFX shots and 23 sequences, visual effects company Double Negative certainly did take the lion's share of the VFX work in Deadpool 2. For the parachute sequence just before X-Force members become X-Force members, Dineg put together plates and aerial shots using a mix of CG doubles for faraway scenes and real actors for close-up shots, one of which being actor Brad Pitt's on-screen cameo. Now, a lot of the downtown street chase was filmed on a soundstage for obvious safety and road closure headache reasons, but it did mean that more practical stunts could be done and there was less need for digital doubles. That said, CGI was still used in places like, for example, when Cable jumps out from an exploding trailer. Pretty awesome. Scenery looks reversed. Hide it with smoke, smart move. As well as all of the shots of his arm, which were done entirely with CGI. It was also decided to use a motion capture sleeve for Cable's arm instead of a practical effects metal arm, because that would not have only taken extra time, but it also would have committed them to a specific design and made it more work to change and match these days. Dineg were pretty confident they could add a digital arm seamlessly anyway, so... As for Cable's chest and neck, they did use a combination of CGI and prosthetics. Dineg also worked on fire fists inner white hot glowing fists, translating the concept art into the final effect. Baby legs on a grown man's torso is kind of a messed up thing to do. And how do you do it without looking creepy, dodgy, or just plain wrong? Dineg went with CGI, as sticking a stand-in toddler's legs onto actor Ryan Reynolds would have meant trying to sync up two different performances and may have also compromised Ryan's performance as Deadpool. Plus, the legs walking across the room had to be CGI anyway to better control lining up with Deadpool. Yeah, they soon realised that not having legs free may have also affected Ryan's body language too much. So, in order to get more of a natural feel, they sat him normally but put markers on his legs. This made the performance more genuine and allowed Ryan to almost suggest some performances for the legs. Also, having childish poses that look funny on a full-grown man, or adult poses on childlike legs sitting on his knees, which actually ended up looking quite good, and also gave him the height they needed. All that was left was to make sure he didn't lean backward or forwards too much, because it wouldn't actually be possible to do that if he had short little legs. So, for realism, he needed the camera lens info to director Simon Kinberg, who was a producer on Deadpool, but also happened to be the director of X-Men Dark Phoenix. Handy! So while filming Dark Phoenix, he managed to get them a cheeky little shot of some mutants, matching the camera angle and lighting, ready for Deadpool to be super